Welcome to the Odd Page podcast, where my name is. Elena.
Slim Shady.
Today, we're just gonna kind of update you guys on our life.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing would be.
I got engaged. Like a week ago.
And your favorite month of the year.
Yeah. In October. I'm a spooky season girl.
Spooky. At where at?
At a pumpkin patch. It was great.
Yeah.
I cried. Full on. Ugly crying, everything.
Well, that's to be.
Yeah.
It happens.
I always thought that I was going to be that person that's like, oh my God, yes. And instantly I was just like.
Crying. Well, you didn't expect it. I was like, it's happening.
Like, I expected it, but I always expect it. So,
yeah.
I just wasn't expecting it at that exact moment. But,
yeah.
I is a happy little butterfly now.
So now Nat is stressed out with planning
a wedding. I don't even know if I'm going to do it, to be honest.
It's a lot.
I might just elope. And just say, F it.
A lot of people are doing that.
Yeah. Because it's a lot, dude. It's a lot.
I kind of wish I did that. But at the same time, I don't know. I guess I have to go through the actual wedding first to see.
Yeah. But I feel like you're a wedding girl. Like, it matches your vibe.
I don't know if I take that as a compliment or not.
I think it is a compliment. Like, you're very, like, more girly, more, like,
I feel like you're girly.
I am girly, but I'm also very, like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing is the memories for me. But you can have memories another way, too.
I feel like for me, I'm just already stressed because I have work and then I also have school, Yeah.
And
then I'm also trying to look for a house and a wedding. So I'm just like, you know what? Let's give one thing up.
Yeah.
I can do without a wedding.
Yeah. That's why I had a 2-year engagement.
Yeah. If I had 2 years, I definitely would do a wedding.
Yeah.
But in a year, 25 is such an ugly number.
But isn't that when you graduate?
In 25? Yeah. But 25 is such an ugly number.
Why?
I like 24.
2025.
I like evens.
I don't know. I don't think 2025 is ugly. I think 2023
I like
is ugly.
Yeah, but I like 2024. It sounds nice. Plus, it's my fiance's favorite number. 24.
Well, you could still do the 24 of October.
Yeah. Well, that was his baseball number.
You could do 10, 24, 25.
No. Or I can do 10, 24, 24.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
But it'll be less stressful.
I don't really care. I feel like I'm okay with not having it. I feel like I can use that money for other things.
Like a house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a house is more important.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell people how old you are or no?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm 28.
And I'm 27. And so Nat and I are pretty similar because we are ready to get married, have little babies running around.
Yeah. We're in the same era of our lives.
Yeah. I'm currently a hygienist, but I am getting more and more addicted to the idea of having my own bookstore.
Yeah, that's all she talks about.
That's all I talk about. And I don't know why all of a sudden it's just in my head. I can't get it out of my head. I really want to do it. The thing is, bookstores are not known to be successful.
Who says?
Research.
Oh, well then.
You lose so much money. Most bookstores lose money or you break even. Not many bookstores you're actually profiting.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because of Amazon, pretty much, the big company. So Barnes & Noble and Amazon, it just takes over the small industries.
Yeah. But where you live is a small town, so it's probably not going to be that bad.
It's just scary.
It is.
You're putting a lot of money into something that you hope to be successful. It would just be another hobby, really.
Yeah, but I already told you that I feel like we should have, or you should have, like, your
Yeah.
kids first.
Yeah.
And then worry about that a little bit later.
I definitely think I would need like a partner for it. So then I would have help.
Yeah.
So it's not all.
And I also feel like we should wait until we, like, pop off on the podcast.
Yeah.
Because then we can have, like, a following, you know?
Could you imagine, though, the Odd Page bookstore? The Odd Page podcast? The Odd Page bookstore?
It's a nice name.
It is.
Yeah.
It is so cute. Don't fucking take it. That is my new dream now.
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm passionate in my career, but I'm so addicted to books and reading. I always have been.
I don't know. For me, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm currently, like I said, I'm currently doing my master's.
What
I
are you getting your
currently
master's
do,
in?
I've always worked in dental, but in management. Mm-hmm. And that's the face. That's all I gotta say.
That blank stare, dead eyes.
I think I'm just tapped out and
Dentistry is no joke, man.
yeah. People
It's
don't
a
know
lot.
it's rough.
It's toxic.
I feel like it's more rough and toxic than medical.
Yeah. I've been both.
When I've been told, but you've been in a hospital. I'm talking about like a private clinic.
Oh. I mean, hospitals are pretty toxic.
Because there's like, imagine working for a dermatologist. Nobody goes to a dermatologist scared or nervous. You get me?
Oh,
well, yeah.
my
But
fiance.
That's a different situation, you know? A lot of people have like really intense dental anxiety. And then when you involve dental anxiety and money, which is what I deal with,
Yeah.
that's a whole...
I know a lot of
thing.
people nervous about doctors in general, though.
Yeah.
Like, you know who?
I've just never been nervous about anything when it comes to
Yeah.
that type of stuff.
I don't know. But what are you hoping to achieve once you graduate?
I'm doing my master's in business, but with a focus in marketing. I would like to open up something, not a bookstore, but
Okay.
something else.
Like what?
I have different ideas. I don't want to open up a marketing business per se because there's so many of those out there. But I would like to open up a marketing focusing on something specific.
Okay.
And I don't know, we'll see. I don't know which way that would go. So I don't know.
You just see what happens.
Yeah, we will see what happens. I don't know if it's going to be with the focus of dental since I know that.
Yeah.
And I've done, like, in my old office.
Marketing.
I was a marketing director.
Yeah.
And I kicked ass. Like, I brought that office from a 3-star to a 5-star on Google. It went from 200 reviews to 800 reviews in the span of just a year, me there.
That's great.
Yeah, and I brought in so many people, and like I was good at it. So maybe I'll do like a marketing with a focus in dental, or maybe I'll do a marketing with a focus in books.
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I need to finish school first.
Yeah.
And then
See
figure it
which
out.
way
Yeah.
you go.
'Cause
The wind takes you.
Yeah, school is kicking my ass right now, so I just
School's rough.
focusing on passing that, and
Yeah.
then we'll see.
One thing at a time. One thing at a time. When I was in school, I think I cried every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't cried yet, but I feel the anxiety and the stress.
I'm just a very emotional person, so. What are you currently reading?
Well, we just finished Shadow So Vicious. And I think we're going to read the second book, To the Witch Collector.
Yeah.
But I want to read The Divine
Rivals.
Rivals.
That's
and then
okay,
I
you-
also have a physical book that I got, the Sun one, about that Hispanic girl.
yeah.
I want to read that. And then I also want to read the one you just read, The Witch, whatever.
The Black Witch.
The Black Witch. Yeah.
So good. But the only thing is, I thought the 5th book was coming out this year, but she pushed it out to next year. And now I'm like, do I continue reading the series or do I wait?
I feel like you should continue reading the series. Because you're going to get bored and you're not going to read it.
I have so much to read.
She just keeps buying. She just keeps buying. I tell her to stop. And she just keeps buying.
Listen, okay. Amazon was having a buy one, get half off. And so I had to buy the rest of the series for the Black Witch Chronicles. And then I saw 2 more books and I was like, well, it's buy one, get one. So I have to buy, if I'm going to get one, I have to buy another to get the half off.
I call it an addiction. And I also call it that she wants to fill up her bookshelf.
Yes. It's girl math. It's girl mathing
girl
for
math
me.
for you. Definitely.
I gotta fill my bookcase somehow. So. But it's becoming a problem.
A big one.
Because I have Kindle Unlimited, and some of them I can get on Kindle Unlimited, but I buy it because it's so beautiful. The covers are just so pretty.
I know. But yeah.
It's hard. It's hard. What am I supposed to do? I don't know. I've been telling myself I'm on a ban. But then I see these sales, and I'm like, it's never going to be like that again. I got to get it now. And then also, I'll buy some books, and then they come out with a prettier cover. They redid the cover or whatever. And I'm like, what the heck? I want those covers.
What are you wanting for Christmas?
Christmas mics.
Mics?
Yeah.
I want to get an iPad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But mics definitely.
Ones where you can clip on. And which, I mean, I don't know if it'll be better quality or not. But it seems like so much easier because you don't have to worry about lugging this bad boy.
We can also get stands.
Yeah, that's true.
You know.
That is true.
Which would probably be cheaper.
I don't know.
Or probably the same.
We'd have to get ones that somehow, because I know a lot of people have a table in front of them and then they put the...
Usually they're clamps. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking you can clamp in the back of your...
Do you think that's too thick?
I don't think so. There's pretty thick tables. Elena, I don't even know what to say. You would think that it would be me, but it's definitely not me. It's definitely you.
Dude, can we talk about how our boss is following us on our socials, which I appreciate. Thanks for the support. But when he told me that, I got so embarrassed.
Elena freaked out.
So embarrassed because I act a different way.
Yeah. Elena at work is very professional. Well, I act the exact same.
Yeah.
So, like, nobody was surprised about me, but everybody was surprised about Elena.
Dude, I had my coworker come up to me and say, wow, you act very different. And then my boss came up to me and tell me how I act so different. And I was flabbergasted. I don't know. My mouth was hanging open like a fish. I was like, I should have warned you. It was explicit. So now I'm so nervous.
But no one understands that Elena is the, how do I say?
I don't know. How do you...
More spicy one in this duel.
Am I?
I think you're the more verbal spicy one. Well, I'm very like, not.
You did say your fiance was very surprised with what you were saying.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Because we're very conservative.
Yeah.
Like I'm outspoken in a sense of like I say curse words and stuff like that. And I'm very blunt. But like when it comes to sexy things.
I don't think I'm that cray-cray. Am I? What do I say? What do I do?
I love that you have no chill.
I don't even know what it
You're
is.
like, is it too thick? I'm like, I don't think so. I think it's perfectly fine.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. It's just okay.
The perfect amount of thickness.
Lord have mercy
I just
on
have a dirty
ourselves.
mind, man. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think you have a more dirty mind than me.
And like, I guess...
Or we both have the same dirty mind. You're just more verbal about it.
Yeah. And I don't even realize. When people came up to me about it, I said, "Really? I am. I thought I acted the same."
No. You are completely different. I could have told you that.
But you don't realize you put on a face. You know, I don't realize that. I feel like I'm the exact same person until someone told me. Like even you, I would say something and you're like, "Oh, here goes her hygienist voice," and I'm like, "What? Really?" And I can't tell.
You go into teacher mode. Your back even gets straighter.
Really?
You say like you put on your voice gets more high pitch. Yeah. It's
That
very
is
different.
so funny.
Yeah. I'm just like, yo, what's up?
I wonder if that's normal. That's normal, right?
It is normal. When I'm on the phone with a patient,
Yeah.
my voice changes.
Yeah.
But like when I talk to my coworkers, it doesn't. In front of patients, my voice changes. But like I act different. But in front of my coworkers, I act the same.
Yeah.
You just act different in front of coworkers and patients.
That's
It's like
right.
you enter the door and you're like, vroom, hygienist Selena. And then the moment you get out, you're like, chill. Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that's why you have to give people a chance. Because just because someone acts away at work
You just gotta get to know people.
yeah, exactly.
You know, everybody's different at work. Not everybody's the same. You know?
Yeah.
I just,
Don't give a fuck.
yeah, exactly. I've been in this field for way too long.
I think I'm just very reserved in letting certain people know the real me. Maybe that's what it is.
I don't know. I feel like people don't know the real me. People
Yeah.
think that like I think at work,
People think you're mean for some
people
reason.
think I'm mean for some reason. That they don't know is that I am a jelly bean. I am very emotional, very sad.
You're like I want to
I want to say
say
sad. I'm
you're
very
like
emotional.
a pit bull. You know, pit bulls get a bad rap.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so violent, but they're really like a little squishmallow.
I think it's the fact that like, not to be stereotypical, but I'm from Miami and I'm very Latina, and
Yeah.
like where we are, there's not much of that.
You just have a resting bitch face
Yeah,
too.
but that comes with being.
Yeah.
I feel like with a lot of Latinas, it's like that. Cause like in Miami, people never thought that of me, but the moment I came here, everybody, my old job, everybody, they all think that like I'm this hardcore person, and I'm like, and I go to Miami, and all my Miami friends are like, no, you're not. They're like, what? And I'm like, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it must be some kind of culture thing. I don't know.
No, 100% it's a culture thing. Because like even in Miami, people, I think it's because like in my old job in Miami, people, I just don't know how to say this without like people getting offended, but like in Miami, people are more tough. You get me? They have like a thicker skin because it's a city. Yeah. You know? So
I can
like
see that.
everybody judges everybody. Everything's about looks, how you present yourself. Yeah. Here, people are just chill. They don't care about that stuff, you know? People are more nice here. So like I've learned to put up not like a front, but like I've learned to be tough because I've lived there my whole life. And then coming here, like nobody really needs to be tough because everybody's just.
It's not a city. It's like a small town.
Yeah, everybody's like super nice.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Do you
Which is
prefer
fine.
that, or do you prefer the tough?
It's different. It depends on the situation. I prefer the culture in Miami in the sense of like that spice and dice. Yeah. But am I boring you?
No. No, sorry. I just like sometimes yawns are just so random. Today has been a long day though.
I guess. But like in Miami, like I miss like the upbeatness, like the
Fast pace.
fast pace, and like that people aren't. This is gonna get me in trouble, but that people aren't soft. Like people here are very sensitive.
Yeah.
And in Miami, people are not. Again, because I feel like we have to pull up a front, or like everything's image wise.
Yeah.
And like
Your
here,
fiance.
people get offended very easily by things that I'm not saying in an offensive way. But they've just never heard it, I guess, in my tone of language. But what I like about here is the slow pace. Like I would start a family here. I wouldn't start a family in Miami.
Well, because it's a big city.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Well, it wasn't like that back in the day. When I grew up in Miami,
I remember you telling me that.
it was very like how it is here, like small town. I played with all my neighbors.
Yeah.
Like we would all ride bike together. It's just now. I also think it's the fact that you've never been to Miami.
I've driven through it.
That's not the same. So when you think of Miami, you think of like Miami Beach or like the city and like strip clubs and clubs. Like
Well, that's like
not
New York, you know? New York is a city, but if you go outside it.
Yeah. But like that part of Miami where people think of Miami is so small. It's literally only like 3 blocks.
Yeah.
And the rest of Miami is just like here, like just houses
Chill.
and hometowns and stuff like that. It's just now it's like overly populated, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like here it's getting overpopulated, but
Well, yeah, but not like over there. So I go there, like, I try to go there once a month, and every time I go, I'm like, whoa.
yeah.
I was like, but then I miss it. Like, I don't miss the packedness. I think I just miss, like, my friends and my family and the culture. Like, the culture is
That's
different.
always hard.
Yeah, the culture is very different.
Does your fiance miss Miami?
I feel like I probably miss it a little bit more than him. But he misses it every now and then. We'll never go back though. We'll go back to like vacation. It sounds like I'm trashing where we're at. No, I love where we're at. Like we both agree that we want to live here. We want to raise our family here. It's just all our family is in Miami.
Maybe it'll be better if they move down here.
I've been trying to convince they want to. It's just not the right moment for them.
Yeah, it's really expensive here all of a sudden. So
I think that's the main thing that's like rough for us is that we're alone. You know? We can also talk about how Elena really wants a baby.
Not just me.
Well, I think you want it a little bit more than me.
Dude, I had a dream yesterday about being pregnant.
I haven't.
Well, the thing is, it's getting closer and closer to my wedding date, which is April. And the closer it gets, I know like shit is about to go down. You know? I'm so scared though. I have this feeling that I'm infertile and that's just not going to happen.
Lord have mercy.
I know.
How are
But
you infertile? You're literally 27.
hey, you don't know.
No, I think you're fine. I think you're perfectly fine. I think if you start thinking that, you're going to start having problems. I think you should just go in there not like forcing like anything, you know?
Speaking of, how many kids do you want?
How many kids do you want?
2 to 4.
Well, we want 2, but it just depends on money.
Yeah.
If like we can get to where we want in life, then I would want 4. But if we can't get to where we want in life, then I will have 2.
Yeah. 2 is a good number.
Yeah. I'm a 2.
Yeah,
my
mine's
brother.
2. But if we have another one, like a third child, then we have to have another.
Oh no.
The thing is, I have a feeling if I do get pregnant, I'm gonna have twins. I just have this weird
Do you have
feeling.
twins in your family?
Yeah, my grandpa.
Oh, then it can happen.
I know. And the older you get, is the more likely chance.
You do know that you're not that old, right?
I feel old. Isn't when you're 30, you're called gestational pregnancy or something like that?
It's a little harder to get pregnant, but nowadays that was back then. So now how people have
No, it's
evolved.
still now. Because I have a friend that was like 32 and they called her.
I think that's just undated because everybody's getting pregnant in their 30s now.
I know, that is true.
Like my mom had me at 34, my brother at 38.
Yeah.
And I
feel like 30 is a good number to have kids. I feel like young 20s, you're just not fully prepared, which, I mean, if you are in your 20s pregnant and having kids, that is totally fine. I'm not saying it's not. Just for me
That's what I'm
personally,
saying.
I feel like so much growth has happened.
That's what I'm saying. It's different now. Because back then, like, women didn't really work.
It was a
Do
one
you get me?
income
So,
family.
like, women would get pregnant
Yeah,
sooner.
which makes sense.
Well, now, like, we're having, like, women are more career oriented. So that's why women now are getting pregnant in their 30s. So it's a more common thing.
Getting
Yeah.
a degree and then working and then finally.
Yeah. And evolution happens, you know?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, give it a couple decades from now, it's going to be that they're going to be normally fertile in their 30s. And 40s is where, like, you're, like, risking it for the biscuit, you know?
Yeah. I don't ever imagine myself having kids at 40, but I know it's possible. People do it.
I had a friend that her mom had her in her 40s.
That's crazy.
That's, for me, dangerous.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
can see. Because, I mean, I don't know. I met a couple 40-year-olds that look great.
My thing is that, I don't want to be an old grandma.
I know. I want to be able to be there for my kids. I don't want to be tired all the time.
Yeah, that's my
That's
thing.
the issue. I thought I would already have a kid by now.
Oh no, I'm not like that. My whole life I'm like I'm gonna have kids in my 30s. It's just now that I found my person that I'm like I wanna
Okay, let's go.
like I wanna have kids now, but I'm very like we need to get married first.
Yeah. I always thought at 27, 28 is when we would have kids. I don't know. Like, I'm okay with having kids at 30. I just didn't see that as my life.
I saw that as my life. But I also saw myself as a dentist
Oh. Well,
and
okay.
having a house by now, and here I am with trying to get a marketing master's.
Yeah. Things
And
change,
still living in
dude.
an apartment. So things change.
I thought I was going to be a labor and delivery nurse, and here I am as a hygienist. So
Yeah.
things just change. That's what I'm saying. 30s,
I can totally see you as a labor and delivery nurse.
that was my dream. And then I worked at a hospital for 3 to 4 years, and it was so toxic. My mental health was so bad. It was really, really, really low. And the nurses and doctors, they were assholes, dude. They were awful, 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 awful human beings. There was maybe 1 or 2 people that really were genuine and great at their job. But, everyone would be like, oh, you're never going to be a labor and delivery nurse. You would have to do general. And I just didn't want to do general. And they would say you'd have to have so much experience.
No,
and
dude, I have a friend that instantly went into labor and delivery
yeah,
nurse.
that's what I'm saying. I think there were just a lot of not very nice
Negativity.
people. And the job was just sucking the life out of me. And I was like, I don't think this is for me.
Oh, no. I wanted
Yeah.
to become a dentist my whole entire life, but
That's
I
a
did
lot.
shitty on the test.
They could have kept trying.
It was a lot.
I know.
It was a lot, and I did not want to go through that stress again.
But if it's your dream, you should do it no matter
After
what.
working like in management and dental for so
Yeah.
long, like
You change your mind.
you change your mind. Like I
you're
can
not
see
in
if I
management.
didn't work in dental management and I just went straight into dentistry, how I would like it, because a dentist and in management is totally different.
Yeah, that's
You
what
get
I'm
me?
saying.
But now that I know the management part, I don't even care. I don't care. Honestly, I can make just as much money as a dentist as in marketing and have like less stress.
I feel like the only way to make amazing money anywhere in healthcare is cosmetic.
Yeah, it is.
And I just don't care about that.
I do.
Cosmetic?
I love cosmetic.
Oh.
Freaking Botox me up, baby. Give me lip filler.
It's not my like number one. I rather help
There was a
people
time I
prevent.
wanted to do PA and then go into dermatology. But I think I'm just done
with
with
healthcare.
anything medical.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. It's draining. It truly is.
Have you always been a book nerd?
Since I was like 15.
I remember my first book in elementary school. It was a babysitter book. Or it was I know I read a lot of babysitter books and Judy B. Jones.
I've had books like that, but I was born dyslexic, so I had trouble reading.
Yeah.
And then, like, it's not that I read backwards. There's different types of dyslexia.
Yeah.
And, like, if you hear me talking, like, there's times that I flip my words.
Yeah.
You'll hear it. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you have noticed.
Yeah.
So it was rough. It was hard for me to like, read. So I went through, like, tutoring
Yeah.
for, like, my whole elementary life. And then, like, into middle school. So then that's why I didn't really read much back then. But then
Yeah, it's hard.
Twilight came out and my whole life was changed.
I remember Twilight. Ooh, those were the days. Those were the days.
I
think
feel
I was
like
in high
Twilight is
school.
what popped off reading for a lot of people.
Yeah, I could see that. I think Cassandra Clare books is what popped off for me.
Yeah.
I loved Cassandra Clare. That was my author. I would buy anything by her.
Yep. I read Cassandra Clare, but for me it was Twilight. Twilight, like,
I mean, I
popped me
remember
off.
Twilight.
Yeah.
It was just as good.
Like, I'll never forget Twilight being the first book that I read.
Yeah.
And I remember reading it, and that's when, like, Lady Gaga was, like, the shit back then. So I would listen to Lady Gaga music and then read Twilight.
That's so funny. And
In my
those things
room.
were thick.
I know.
Those were big
I don't
boys.
even, like, go towards books that thick anymore. I'm like, no, not
I
doing it.
love thick books. But then, okay, if it's a fantasy thick book, love it. If it's a contemporary thick book,
I'm
it
not doing
scares
that.
me because that means there's a lot of going around in circles.
Yeah.
Because what can you write about the 600, 700 pages for a contemporary book? What is going on in their life? Unless they're breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together. I just hate that. I hate it. I want to dig my eyes out.
The main reason I don't like contemporary, and a lot of my friends are contemporary readers, is that contemporary books, I'm like, I'm living my life.
Yeah.
You get me?
It's so boring.
Like, there is enough drama in everybody's life, and, like, maybe it's the fact that I grew up in Miami, and, like there's always something happening down there.
Yeah.
That, like, I don't need to read those books. I read those books, I'm like,
It
that sounds
depends.
like Funal La Verdad. Like, I already know. Like, I already know where this is going.
Yeah. I mean, it depends. Like, if it's, like, cutesy, I'm like, what? But if it is, like, mafia or, like, the Butcher book that I got you, I got as well, I mean, it's not fantasy, but it is in a way because you don't ever...
I don't mind that, but, like, ones that are, like, normal, like, lovey-dovey
That's what I'm
books or,
saying.
like, drama books,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
like, why am I
don't want this
reading a
drama.
book? And, like, because when you read a book, I feel like the whole purpose of reading a... Here we go. Well, I'll keep on.
Yeah.
So, I feel like the whole purpose of reading a book is to enter a different world.
Yeah.
You get me? Why am I going to enter another world that is similar to mine?
No,
you get me? Like, I
100%.
want to enter a world
That's wings.
that's so different that I don't...
a magical system.
Yeah, that I can use my imagination, that, like, is...
And it's just so much more fun.
Yeah.
Like, the character is an assassin, or she's going, I don't know, she's a fairy and has wings, or she's a queen.
Yeah.
The other stuff is so trivial. Oh, he doesn't like me.
And you can always, like, imagine those things actually happening. You
Yeah.
get me? Like, dragons are real. Like, I know, like, whenever I'm reading a book that's, like, a contemporary book, whatever that book is feeling, I tend to feel. You get me? So, like, if something sad's happening, I'm sad for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
You get me? But when it comes to fiction, I don't. Because I know, like, what am I going to get sad about a dragon for? Like, there's
Yeah.
not real dragons. You
I
get
mean,
me?
I would
Like,
still get sad, but
but there's no possibility of that happening
Yeah.
to me. You get me?
Right.
While having a miscarriage, that is a possibility.
I still will delve into contemporary books. So I bought this book, Flawless. Everyone's talking about that book. It's about, I think, country boys or something, and he's like a bull rider. I'm like, I'm intrigued. When I was younger self, I loved country boys. That was my niche.
Didn't you used to have an accent?
Yeah, I did. I don't anymore because people made fun of me. Yeah.
I love mine.
My
I'm
first
never letting go
boyfriend
of
was
mine.
a country dude.
I just like.
And my second one, I'm pretty sure it was pretty country.
I love my accent.
Your
I
accent.
never want it to go away.
Yeah. I learned pretty fast. I think I got rid of it once I got into middle school.
It happens.
I literally lived on a 5-acre farm.
Form.
I lived on a 5-acre farm with my grandparents.
Comes out form.
It just comes out randomly. It's probably because I'm thinking about my past. But my grandparents had 2 horses. They used to have cattle and stuff. And
Your grandmother has an accent.
yeah, she's like, dang, know it
Yeah.
all the time.
It's cute.
I love my grandma. She's pretty much, my grandparents are like my parents.
Yeah. But it's really cute. I like that accent.
I feel like it depends on the country accent. You could get very hillbilly real fast.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can be Southern.
A Southern Belle.
Yeah.
I did not have a Southern Belle accent. It was not very belly.
Belly.
Okay, well, thanks for joining into this podcast. We just wanted to spice it up a little bit and
Yeah, just talk about life.
talk about life, kind of get away from books a little bit, a little break here.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining in. Goodbye, bookworms and book nerds.
And we'll see you in the next podcast.